Welcome back to the quick start program in C. Today we are going to look at the tic tac toe logic once again. We are using the tic tac toe game as a base to understand the C language. We are trying to develop that game step by step. What has happened up till now? We have been able to input the names of the players, we have been able to input the moves from the players, and we have designed functions for that. The moves, as you can see, can be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you choose 0, then your symbol is going to be drawn here. If you choose 4, it will be drawn here. If you choose 3, it will be drawn here, and so on and so forth. Now remember that the board is a two-dimensional integer type of an array, and we have used the board init function to initialize this array. Now what are the values that we have initted? 0, 0 of the board is 0, this is 0, 0, then we have 1 over here, 0, 2 is 2, and so on. So these are the values that we have entered as initial values of the board, and these initial values are also the positions of the tic-tac-toe board. Board display is used to print the contents of the board. We have done this as well. And player get move is used to get a number from 0 to 8. It gets an integer from the players. What next? Now we have this board over here, and if you get a move from 0, 1, whatever move, you can get 1, 2, 3, etc. So let's take an example that player 1 gave 0 as an input and player 2 gave 2 as an input, and the resultant matrix is going to be something like this. So instead of 0, we now have an X which denotes player 1, and instead of 2, we have an O over here. So the matrix has changed. It's no more 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is X, 1, O, so on and so forth. This is the resultant. This is what we want as a resultant now. Now in order to do that, let us remember that the board is a two-dimensional array, and we will have to enter X and O, of course, one by one, in the respective positions. So at 0, 0 we have to input X, and at 0, 2 we have to input Y. And then we will use board display to display the contents of the board. But one thing that we need to remember is that board is an integer type of array. But X and O, that the things that we want to enter over here, are not integers. 1, 2, 3, 4, these are integers. But X is not an integer. X is a character. So how are we going to deal with that? We certainly can solve that problem, but let's leave that problem for the time being and concentrate on an important issue that we have at hand. That is, how do we get the X and Y position from the numbers over here? We just have numbers 0, 1, 2, 3. Now how do we get the X and Y positions? Because we have a two-dimensional matrix, and the two-dimensional matrix has two numbers, and in order to enter an X in that matrix or in that array, we have to have two numbers instead of one. We have to have the X number, and we have to have the Y number as well. It's very simple. Y is move divided by 3, X is move percentage 3, and I'll show you how this works. This 0 is actually Y. I'm denoting this by Y comma X, not X comma Y, Y comma X. So in case of 0, the Y is 0, X is also 0. 1, Y is 0, X is 1. 2, Y is 0, X is 2. Now 0 divided by 3 is 0. 0 modulo 3 is also 0. Modulo is the remainder. So once you divide 0 by 3, whatever is the remainder, that is modulo. 1 divided by 3 is actually 0.333, but since we are dealing with integers, X and Y are integers, This is how we are going to define them. The decimal part of it will be omitted altogether. 1 divided by 3, the remainder is going to be 1. Similarly over here 0.666, omit the 0.666, remainder is 2. This is how we can get the x and y positions. X can be got by move percentage 3 and y by move divided by 3.